Hey guys, it's Benji.
And Jay.
And welcome back to the Give Teenager podcast. Today we have some very interesting stuff, some very controversial topics.
And y'all probably gonna hate us for all this.
But
so
we might as well just start that intro, by the way.
the truth needs to be heard.
Anyways, welcome back to the Give Teenager podcast. My name is Benji. Today I'm joined with, as usual, Jay. How are you, by the way?
Oh, I'm good. How's your week?
I have been my week was actually very eventful.
Ooh.
So I had exams this week. It was very tiring. There were a lot of things that were happening. I had like a lot of tests and everything. My exams were so hard. Like, they were so hard, but I managed to pass. I had my PTC meeting on Thursday.
Was Friday?
No, it was Thursday because it was Monday, Tuesday. And then Wednesday was a public holiday. So if you're living in Kenya, you obviously know that. Wednesday was incredible. I was so happy that it was a public holiday. And then on Thursday, I had a meeting. And on that meeting, I had so after the meeting, I went back home and I was allowed to drive. So I told you that I was going to tell you this.
Yeah, you told me that.
I told you I was gonna. I just told you I was gonna tell you this entire story. So I was allowed to drive. Driving is hard. Driving is hard.
It's easy. It looks easy.
Literally, because on that exact Thursday, that exact Thursday that I told you I was going to drive, I did not tell you everything that happened. Thursday was so insane. Because after I finished with my meeting, we dropped my mom off.
The gas station.
Yeah, and then she went to work, but then we had to go back to get her because she had the keys. So we went back, we got the keys from her. And then when we reached around Convent, it's not that far from here, I asked my dad, can I drive the car, please? Like from here to home. And he was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I was so happy and I was so
You
gassed.
thought I was joking.
I thought it's driving. Obviously, I was really excited about it. So when we reached that area, I asked my dad, can I drive? And he was like, sure. So I entered the car and I was driving so well. But first of all, this was such a learning curve because you have to like press the brakes and then put the ignition and like put it in like drive and reverse and all that stuff. And it was so weird. I drove so well until we reached our compound. I did not tell you this story because I wanted to hear it on the podcast.
I was asking you multiple times. When you came to my place, I was asking you, dude, just tell me everything.
So I was like,
you wouldn't say
I was like, let me just tell you on the podcast. So I was driving and when I reached the estate, so, okay, our road is not very big. So I had to wait and move out so that one person can like get out of the compound. So I was there, I was waiting, I was chilling and all that stuff. And then when I moved for this guy to pass, I move all the way to the left. And then I hit this motorcycle so hard. Like,
did you knock it off?
Like, I knocked it so bad. It was so insane. And
did it do to you?
oh, like literally, it knocked the motorcycle like completely. Like, it was so bad. It was so like I knocked, and then everyone is staring at me, and the embarrassment was so insane. Like, have you know when people just look at you and you're embarrassed?
Yeah, and
I was
just
just
wondering,
there.
like, how do I get out of this situation?
It was so bad. So I knocked that thing so hard. The motorcycle did flips and everything, and Zach literally just opened the door and walked out, and he was like, "No, I'm not doing this," and he just left.
Oh, I get it. He didn't want to put his life in your damn hands.
Exactly. Zach is that type of person. Like, he literally just opened the door, walked, and had no care in the entire
For
world.
confirmation, Zach's his brother.
Yes, Zach is my brother, and he's not listening to this podcast because he's not a supportive person to me. So, yeah, it's a bit sad. But I crashed the car. It wasn't bad.
You were
When you hear of a car accident or a car that crashed, you can think that car is completely demolished or it's just completely.
Wrecked.
Yes, I did not crash the car hard. I just like there's scratches, but it's not bad. You know, like I hit the car, I hit the motorcycle. The motorcycle did its flips. My dad was like, "Okay, switch back." So we switched back.
Oh, was your pops mad?
No, it was actually so surprising. Like, I got home and I was like, "I'm so sorry that I crashed the car," and he was like, "Don't worry about it. It was just the first day. My first time was way worse than you, so do not worry about it."
Well,
so I was so relieved. So that was mostly my week. And then yesterday I went, not yesterday. Today is Sunday. If you guys are seeing this, you're probably seeing this on Monday. I'm on midterm. He's going back to school tomorrow.
Sad.
So I'm very sorry about that. And then I went to my friend, like one of my best friends, Hope's place, in Hazel place. I went there, hung out with them. So it was very, very fun actually. We made pizza. If you guys are following my Instagram, you'd have seen the pizza that we made. It was so good. It was actually very, very good. It was very fun. It was very good. It was a very good pizza. I'm not even going to lie to you about that.
Be pleased.
Literally, it was beautiful. So that was more or less my week. How was your week? What happened?
I mostly just laid around. I mean, I'm on my spring break here, so I was laying around, working out. Missing on some stuff I've missed out. My week was pretty normal.
Literally, because I feel like when it comes to like midterm and breaks and all that stuff, I feel like we really do need those breaks because I don't want to be stuck doing nothing, and I don't want my midterm to just fly by like that. And the next thing I know is it's time for school, and I'm waking up for school because that's just horrible. I didn't want that to happen like at all. So yeah. So at the beginning of this podcast, we said that there's going to be some pretty interesting stuff, some pretty controversial topics.
And for people watching, you're probably gonna hate us for this.
Yeah,
but the truth needs to be heard.
Facts. And I'm just gonna put a trigger warning for all this because if you do hate us by the end of this, I'm not even planning to make this like a long episode, at least half an hour tops. So basically, we are talking about. Is that drum roll on this thing? I don't know what's gonna play because I'm not connected my earphones to the mixer. But we're talking about open relationships. So if you cannot hear it,
okay, it's okay.
Yeah. So we're talking about open relationships and just relationships in general.
My idea, by the way.
Do you have your phone by the way? Is it dead?
Oh, my phone's dead.
And I'm literally using my phone to record this video. So someone please get me a camera, please. I'd really appreciate that. So thank you. So we are talking about just relationships in topic, like in like general. So relationships.
Can I start off?
Yeah, sure.
Hi. A relationship. When you get into a relationship, it's a commitment, lifelong commitment.
Yes. Not lifelong.
It's not lifelong. Yeah, it doesn't. Some don't last. For all of you out there, some don't last.
Unfortunately.
But some of you are just so compatible with each other. So my main question is, you two are enough for each other.
Yes.
But talk about any genders, basically. You two are enough for each other. So why the hell would you want to share each other?
Exactly.
And just have an emotional connection. Don't you think that's
a bit weird?
That's a bit weird.
Relationships are so... Okay, in this generation, relationships are so weird. So, for me, my standards... Something I realized is that I contradict myself, when it comes to relationships and all this stuff. One thing I told myself is that when it comes to relationship, I will become that person's best friend for like 6 months.
For you 6 months. For me, I want to get to know you for at least like a year.
So like I want to get to know you before I jump into a relationship with you, because something I've realized is that people, I'm not saying anyone in particular, will be in a relationship in less than a week. Like you see someone and they're lying or they're paying or they're cute or they're...
Within a week, you've already screwed them. You've already screwed them.
And then somehow you're in a relationship and it's so weird. And it's like, did you even know this person? Do you know their vibe? Do you know what they've been through? Do you know how their personality and all that stuff? It's so insane how people can be in relationships so quickly. And it's mad.
It's only been a week. You guys
literally
you've known this person for a week and you've already hooked up.
It's so weird. Like, can you imagine if you met someone 3 days ago and already you can call them your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your significant other? Because for me, I feel like I do contradict myself. I might have made this mistake in the past where I've known someone for a few weeks or like a couple of months, and then I ask them out.
Then you jump into a conclusion too fast.
And I jump into a relationship too fast. And then it ends up crashing and burning by the end, and it's just disappointing.
Yeah. And
it's crazy and it's a lot to deal with.
You got to know this. You got to know him, but you didn't get to know him too well.
Yes.
This person wasn't over their ex. This person was just using you as a side piece.
Exactly. And it's actually very disappointing how people, like, you can enter a relationship in less than a week or like less than a month, and you've just met this person and you don't know a thing about them. You just know that they're paying. So I will be in a relationship with them. There's a huge difference between love and lust. I've pointed this out to so many people, because you can't see someone and what love is. For me, my definition of love is accepting a person flaws and all, and adoring them for all that. Like, if it doesn't matter if they're broken, you will accept them for who they are and what they've been through, and you will love them no matter what. That's my definition of love. What's your definition of love, by the way?
My definition of love, it's something similar to yours, but my thing is love. You have to hold on to that person you love. You shouldn't drift apart with them. We're not talking about relationships here only. Yeah. love is basically holding on to someone, accepting them for who they are, staying with them through the hardest times.
Yes.
That's love.
Yes.
But nowadays, love is tossed around.
It's tossed around, like-
it doesn't mean anything.
Literally, for me, I feel like there's a huge difference. You know how you can love your best friend or like your friend or something like that. There's a huge difference between all that. I can call my best friend right now and be like, I love you like so much, and sometimes the meanings do change. When it comes to love for best friend, it's loving this person because this person is like your ride or die. Like they've been through everything that you've been through.
They know you as a
They
person.
know you for you, and you will love them no matter what. Like no matter how bad things get, they will still be your best friend after that. But loving a significant other is so hard.
It's completely
It's
different.
so complicated because it's such a diverse topic and such a complex like understanding of knowing that no matter what, I will wake up in the morning and I will love this person, and it's mad. Like, can you imagine? Okay, I think I can imagine. You can imagine as well.
Yeah.
No matter what this person has been through, if they have cheated in the past, not on you, but on someone else.
Someone else, or they cheated
They've been
on their
cheated.
partner with you.
Yeah, if they've been cheated on by someone else, if they've been
Raised in an
broken,
abusive household.
literally, there's so many things flaws and all these things that can make you contradict yourself and think, do I really love this person? No matter what, like, will I love this person to the very end? Will I wake up today and be like, no matter what you've gone through, I still love you?
Thing is, there are people nowadays who get into a relationship. Yeah, they're happy and all that, but they look at you and they don't see you as a person who they'll marry.
Exactly.
To you, it's just like not a rebound or something situation. They just don't see you as a lifelong potential partner.
Yes, because for me, something I have something I realized. Someone very wise told me that like they wouldn't date someone they wouldn't marry, because like if you're dating and let's say you're in like your mid-20s, mid-30s, something like that, and you're dating just because you want to date. Dating is such a weird concept, especially when it comes to dating, like when you're at that stage of my. Because me, honestly, by the time I'm 25, 26, I want to get married.
I want to get married. By the time
I want to
I'm
get married.
27,
I want to
have kids.
I want to get married early. I want to start my life early. I'm not being mad. I'm not being too fast rush or something. I have like what 10 years.
10, 15
10,
years.
15 years. I want to get married by the time I'm 25, 26, all that. I want to get married at that point. But there are people who, honestly, I'm not hating on anyone. I'm not saying that people who are 40 or 50 or they're 30 and they're still
doesn't
single
matter.
and they've not met the significant, I do not
There's
hate
hope.
that
There's
at all.
hope out there. Let me
Like,
tell
I
you, even
love
by the
everyone
time-
just for themselves.
By the time you're in your mid 40s, yeah, you in your head, like there's someone, you haven't lost your virginity yet, you've never been in a relationship.
Literally.
Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Just there's a plan in store for you.
Yeah.
You just have to stay patient and wait for it to come to you. There are people in their mid 40s who are already getting married and already starting a family.
Exactly.
And they're facing judgment for it.
Because for me, honestly, it's like when I want to get married and to be in a relationship, I don't want to sit in my 30s and date someone who I will not marry. I don't want to date someone for fun, because getting married and being in a relationship is such a
Package deal. It's a lifelong
literally
commitment.
exactly, especially if you're dating someone just because you want to say, because there are people who are dating people just because they want to say that they're dating someone.
And also because maybe their friends are dating.
All dating and
or
everything.
Or your best friend is married.
And
You've never even been in
Yes,
a relationship.
literally.
That's why you just want to date.
like basically like in Big Bang Theory, yeah. So now by the end of season 11, 12, one of the characters, Raj remained single throughout the entire show.
Dude,
And
he
it
can't
was so
talk
sad.
to a girl even when he's
Okay,
drunk.
until like season 4, 5, around that, he could not talk to a single girl unless he was drunk. So now 11 seasons has passed. Season 12, that was the last season. I love that show so much. I've watched it 4 times, and that by the end of the season, like 12, the only reason why he wanted to get married or to be in a relationship is
Because he
because
felt left out.
everyone else was moving on.
felt
Because
left out.
because Penny and Bernadette, no, what?
Penny and Leonard.
Penny and Leonard were happily married. Then we had Bernadette and Howard, who were in happy relationships. Like, they had 2 kids as well.
Amy
and
and
then
Sheldon.
Amy and Sheldon, who just got married. So he was the only one left out in the entire friend group. And he was literally the original, like literally
He's
one
an
of the
OG.
original.
He's an
Literally,
OG in the
and
group.
he's not been in, and all his relationships sucked.
They failed.
And by the time that he was in season 12, when he wanted to get married to Anu, the only reason he wanted to get married was because everyone else was moving on and he was scared he was going to get left out. Because if all your best friends were in relationships and were all getting married and having kids and you were just there by yourself, I feel like I would do the same thing.
I feel like I would
Kind
do
of.
the exact. Not, I wouldn't do the same thing. I'd be sad about it, but I wouldn't beat myself up.
Literally, I would want to be in a relationship just because everyone else around me is in a relationship. But
Like-
it's still a bit sad that people have to go through that.
I mean, they see their friends happy going on vacations together, and the thing is, you can't go because it's a couples only thing.
Yeah, literally.
It's so sad.
Honestly, what are we talking about? Open relationships.
Wow, this is jumping on too
Open
fast.
relationships. So open relationships is like basically where you and your partner have decided that you guys are together, but you can still have like sexual relationships
partners,
with other people.
But an emotional connection is between the two
Yes,
of you.
but then you can have like sexual relations with different people, and I find that so weird.
I'm gonna say it. I will. Please don't hate me for this. I find that a bit
like
odd and dumb at the same time, because isn't having each other enough? For me, having each other is enough.
literally, I put a trigger warning in front of this, and I'm like, yo, people will hate us for this, but honestly, if you
truly
are
smart.
married and you want to have a sexual relation with someone else apart from your partner,
Divorce. Don't waste our time. man.
exactly,
Don't
because
waste the person's
literally,
time.
you know, there are the people who the people who are in open relationships without the other partner knowing, and that's so toxic. Because I saw this thing where these two people got married.
Was it on Reddit?
I think it was on Reddit. I think it was on Reddit. I'm not sure. But these two people got married, and it was like only the wife could be in an open relationship and not the guy, because she was too jealous of him being in an open relationship. But she was the one who was also in an open relationship.
That is so
So
selfish.
it does not make sense, because unfortunately that's the reality. And people are in open relationships where one person is only allowed to be in the relationship and the other person isn't.
It's just there for your emotional support.
Like, why is that? That does
That's
not make
so selfish.
any sense, literally.
That's so selfish.
And
Let me tell you. If
it's
you feel,
not fair to them,
if
honestly.
you feel like in your marriage or in your relationship, you eventually start having feelings for someone else,
Mm-hmm.
and you know you cannot stop yourself from liking or loving that person. It's simple.
Just-
Break up with them, divorce them, stop wasting their
Exactly.
time.
Because it's not fair to any person, especially even cheating. Ooh, cheaters. I hate cheaters.
Personal hatred.
I have a personal hatred for cheaters, man. And I know this is gonna sound okay. None of us are in relationships right now,
No.
and we are giving relationships with what those types of people. We are
he
single,
has.
but we are giving relationship advice, and it's. I hate cheaters. I hate them
Literally.
so much. Like, because why in the world would you promise to someone that you will love them
You vowed to them. You literally
24/7?
You wrote vows in a wedding.
Literally, or even if it's just like a normal relationship, how do you promise this person that you will love them or you will like care about them, but then you go out
And you screw someone else.
and you have a relationship with someone else, and then what pisses me off the most is when they say it's not what it looks like. Bro, are you
What the hell it looks like?
are you insane? Because something I saw the other day is that they were never sorry until they got caught.
Caught.
Until you get caught, all that time, if they were cheating on you for like 6 months,
And they never told you. If you cheated on me and you told me straight up the moment it happened,
then
yes, I'd need
if
my
it was
space.
if it was an accident, if you got drunk or something like that,
Or
and you
were
cheated.
drugged or
Yeah,
something.
that for sure I'd forgive you. But how do you cheat on me for like 6 months?
And you don't say a
And
thing.
you literally come to, and then with the second that I find out, you're saying, I'm sorry, it's not what it looks like.
It was a mistake.
Are you mad? Are you insane? Because literally, you are not sorry until you got caught.
Literally. And what's odd about it is you found out they were cheating,
Mm-hmm.
but you in your head, you had hope for this person. You had hope they'd come to their senses.
You know, for me, I hate having romanticized versions of relationships in your head, because you go in front of yourself and you make yourself happy. Is it happy? Or you just excite yourself, or you get your hopes up, and then something, bro. Expectations. I've just learned recently that you shouldn't expect things from people, because if you expect the things from people, they will obviously end up disappointing you. And when it comes to types of people like this, especially if you, I feel like you always have to have your guard up. No matter if you let your walls down for this person, I always feel like you always have to have your guard up, honestly, because like people make mistakes. No matter,
we're all human.
We're all human. People make mistakes, and sometimes people might go out and people might be in relationships with other people. People might accidentally cheat on you if they were drunk, if they were drugged, if they accidentally went home with someone. It's an entirely different situation. Whereas, like,
Or sometimes partners have this delusion in their head that maybe this person's too good for me, so
Yes.
why should I stay?
and then there are the types of relationships where you know that this person is actually not a great person. Like, you know that they're bad, but you think you can change them.
Yeah, they have it all. Like the looks are amazing, like handsome, hot, everything.
Yes.
But their personality sucks balls.
Literally. And it's sometimes I understand. It's bold. It's a bold move, but sometimes people can't change. I have hope for people, but recently, what the last 2 years has taught me is that it's
There are people who just cannot help themselves.
Literally.
Don't help someone who can't help
if
themselves.
they did not want help, they would not have asked for help in the first place. See, here's something I heard the other day. We live in a CPR world. Yeah. We are COVID ravaged, politically polarized, and racially divided. And that made so much sense to me because that was just by the way, it's not part of this conversation or anything.
Can I
was
mention
just saying.
something also?
Yeah, sure.
There's something about what you just said. Okay, I'm comparing this. This is not something I read or something. It's something I watched. To all of you, you've watched Justice League, right?
Yeah, obviously.
When Bruce Wayne Batman, he said something that really got to me. We live in a society where honor is a distant memory.
Literally. I feel like if you cannot, it pisses me off to see someone cheating. You know, the people who cheat just because they want two significant others, because they think it's
Their
fun.
attention.
They think it's fun, honestly. I
Then
talked to someone a few months ago.
When you look at your one more thing. When you look at then, literally, you keep sleeping around with this person. Then, when your partner finds out, and you just look at their eyes, they used to look at you with so much love in their eyes. Then, when you look at how broken they are, that's when you let it slip out. It's not what it looks like.
How do you do that to a person? I talked to one of my friends a couple of months ago, and I'm not gonna name any names, but this person was actually happy about playing people. I'm not saying anything, and this person I've known for. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna say this person. This person was actually excited. Like, it actually excited them, or it made them feel accomplished to play people. Like, they would go out and play with this person's emotions,
Lead them on,
then end up breaking their hearts, then move on to the next person. And they were actually excited, and they were actually happy, and they actually felt accomplished by doing that.
It's an ego boost. People do that because they do that, leading someone on and playing with their emotions, it makes you feel wanted. It gives you this ego boost.
Literally. And it's like, you want attention. And I get everyone wants attention. I'm not an attention seeker. I do not love attention, to be honest. And like, I don't love attention.
No, this guy.
Well, you're looking at me like that.
Personal things aside, this guy, he's an attention type of person. He's that guy who likes he's that guy who just likes being by himself. But everywhere we go,
he randomly
gets attention from all genders.
I don't know why, but
it can be annoying. Believe me.
I'm sitting there, and people are looking at me. People are talking to me, and I'm like, hi. Do I know you? Am I supposed to give you attention back? It's such a weird concept for me because I don't love attention, honestly. I feel weird receiving all that attention because I'm like, bro, what? I haven't done anything, so why are you giving me all this attention? What was I saying? Yeah, so this person felt actually accomplished, like, and happy about playing people and using them for their emotions and getting all this attention. And I was like, okay, because I was, how do you enjoy that? How do you enjoy walking into someone's life, pretending to give them your heart, and
then you just walk
then
away?
You rip away from them.
Don't tell me. Let me ask that person if you're watching this.
By the way, if you are watching, sorry about that. If you are watching, then good for you. You can see we are making this video on a Sunday at 4:11 p.m. It's very sunny outside, kind of. Subscribe. By the way, if you are listening, thank you so much for listening and coming all this way so far. We've been doing this for 25 minutes. Oh, okay.
Wow. That's actually...
If you are watching, make sure to subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot. Yeah. You were saying? I'm sorry.
The person watching this, to anyone who loves doing this, just please hear my message. how do you feel? How would you feel if someone did that to you?
Exactly.
How would you feel? You'd feel hurt, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Then you look back at the people you did that to. These people genuinely cared about you.
They loved you for
They
who
made
you
you
were.
a top priority in their cases. But then doing what you did, you probably ruined their boost in relationships
Literally.
forever. So think about it. Please think about play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah. That's actually so I will write that down. Because literally, how do you walk into someone's life?
And mess them up.
They give you their heart. Yeah. And you stomp on it.
You mess up their mental state.
You completely frack up their intuition, and it's so mad. It's
an
literally
awful
insane.
thing. It hurts that we have so many bad people in this world.
Exactly. And it's so actually very disappointing that people really have to go through that, because I don't want to sit here and know that, like, or being in a relationship and knowing that if whoever this person is, I will trust them enough to be able to not let me down. Because I know there's some people who I feel like I will trust, but they will still let me down. But I don't want to be in a type of situation where I feel like I'm sitting up at night wondering if this person is hooking up with someone else, if they're with someone else, or if they're cheating on me and all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. No one wants to deal with that.
No.
Because no one wants to be cheated on. No one wants to be played with.
It's being cheated on. I read somewhere online, being cheated on, it's a wave of emotions. You don't know if you can trust them. You don't know if this is the first time it's happened.
Yeah.
You're constantly, sometimes, even me, I'm a guy, when bad things go on in the relationships I have, I'm the guy who blames me. I blame
Even
myself.
me, honestly, I feel like I do blame myself, and
Even though
that's
it's not my fault.
no matter what happens, I feel like I will blame myself, and I hate that I do that to myself. I don't want to put that on my conscience. Even if it was the other person's fault, I will apologize. I feel like I will apologize,
Yeah,
no
even
matter
though I
whose
did
fault it
nothing
was.
wrong.
If it was not me, if it was you, I will apologize for us, because I care about us enough to apologize. And sometimes I hate doing that to myself. I hate putting guilt on my conscience, knowing that I didn't do anything, but why am I still apologizing? Is it because I love this person too much, and I'm too scared of losing
Or
them?
maybe then you lay awake at night saying, maybe I should have handled this a different way.
Literally. And I don't want to do that to myself. I don't want to do that to my conscience. And I honestly just don't want that to happen to anyone else. Because so if you have been cheated on, if you have been in a toxic relationship, because I have friends who have been in toxic relationships, and unfortunately they had to go through that. I also have been in a toxic friendship relationship. I don't even know what that was. I don't what if that was like no label for it, but I unfortunately also have been in a toxic friendship and relationship, and it was.
Well, I'm really sorry about that.
It's okay, honestly, because they really do suck. They really do suck, and I hate that people have to go through that. Hopefully, this podcast gives you a voice, because I feel like sometimes we need to give a voice to the
A
voiceless.
beacon of hope.
Yeah. What else are we going to talk about in this podcast?
We were talking about, I think, teenagers.
Oh yeah, teenagers. Social media.
Oh.
Did you know that
Pop
Travis
culture.
Baker and Kourtney Kardashian got engaged? I was like, what?
Oh, did you know something even weirder? Okay, it's not weird. It's just odd. Machine Gun Kelly
and Megan Fox. Some couples do not make sense.
It doesn't
but
make
I'm happy that
sense.
they're happy. I'm just gonna say that, because some couples don't make sense. How did Travis Baker and Kourtney Kardashian? I feel like they're so polar opposite. Maybe because I know Kourtney Kardashian. I know all of them. Travis Baker, I've not known much, but like they got engaged, and I was so like
I was just like, what?
okay.
Okay, they look. I've seen the PDA photos. They look happy.
Yeah, they look
genuinely.
happy. They look genuinely happy together, and I'm very happy for them. I hope they have an incredible marriage. Hopefully, it doesn't go with the Scott situation and all that.
Okay, the on and off.
yeah.
They won't dates. The will.
Yeah,
they won't
hopefully
date.
they will have a great relationship and they will be happy and all that stuff. So good luck to you guys. I know you guys are not even listening to this podcast, but if this gets to you, hi, I'm Benji. This is Jay. We love you guys. So yeah.
You.
Okay, I love you guys. So yeah. And then what else has been happening on social media lately? Has anything been happening? Honestly,
What
I've
else?
not. I got hacked yesterday. I got hacked. Did I say I got hacked?
By some kid from Ukraine.
Yes, some guy from Ukraine hacked my Instagram yesterday, and also I'm afraid that this camera will go off like in 15 seconds. So if it does, I'm gonna have to pause this and continue that. So basically, should I just wait for like 15 seconds? The second that it reaches 55, I'm just gonna wait. So just wait for a bit. If it does go off, I'll be very pissed. Okay, so it's
Oh,
has it? The hell has gone on?
what?
Something happened. Anyways, so I was saying, I got hacked and I was very pissed about it because so I wake up in the morning and I go to my Instagram, my personal Instagram, Reactaholic, and I see that my Instagram has been hacked by someone from Ukraine called Haron. Haron, like Haron, Haron.
Oh, I thought I heard Juan.
So this person hacked my Instagram and I couldn't do anything on my Instagram. I could only post one story and then like I had to change my passwords and everything so that like Google could kick them out of my account. But suddenly I realized that this same person that hacked my Instagram hacked my friend Wendell. Yeah. So this guy hacked her Discord and he sent like a nitro link to all of us to see like if you press that link, you will be hacked. Someone hacked my Instagram. I don't know if they're out of my account by now because I haven't even checked.
If this is how somehow linked, this dude could probably be a stalker.
Literally. So he hacked my Instagram and I was like, what? Why? It was so annoying. And if you're not following the Groove Teenager podcast in Instagram, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Are you sick? Are you ill? Are you mad? Obviously not.
Are you just a mental defective?
Yes. So if you are not following the Groove Teenager Instagram, that you'll get all the updates when I'm dropping episodes and all that stuff. Please go and follow the Groove Teenager podcast. It's called Groove Teen Podcast on Instagram. Please go follow it.
The things, so just
I handle everything. If you want to send DMs, obviously all that stuff
questions,
you can send. You can send voice messages on Anchor.fm. 5-star only reviews on iTunes. Even people don't listen to this podcast on iTunes. I found out that most of my audience is from the US. It paused. Oh my God. Pause.
So yeah, what were we saying?
I needed that just to sync up the audio. Anyways, so the camera blacked out again. I'm not even surprised. So what was I saying? Frack, what was I saying?
What were you talking about?
Yeah, I handle everything on the Instagram. If you want to send us DMs, all that stuff, please hop onto the Instagram, text me, chat with me. Honestly, I will love if you do that.
Media, but I can get your questions to him.
So honestly, I feel like filming a podcast is so random. You just talk about anything at this point because I love doing this. I love doing this, and honestly, it's just incredible because I just love making content, filming episodes, filming videos for my channel, making podcasts. It's all incredible stuff for me. I just love it. So yeah. Basically, what else are we going to do? Talk about?
We were talking about what's called Teen Rebellion.
We're not even making a long episode. So please talk into the microphone.
Random
stuff. Literally. So we have school soon. Unfortunately, he has school.
Oh yeah, tomorrow I have to be awake.
Yeah,
5.
So he has school tomorrow. I have school on Thursday.
Wednesday.
No. When I don't go to school on Wednesday. I go to school on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But on Wednesday, I do not go to school. So Wednesday is when everyone else is opening. Then my year group is going to open on Thursday. So I'm already tired in advance. And I'm planning to make the most of this break as much as possible. I want to do things. I want to make videos, all that stuff. Edit as much as possible. Get back into the groove and all that stuff. And honestly, school is so stressful. Is it just me? Or is the school just stressful?
School for me has always been a challenge. I mean, literally. I've never really liked school, mainly because I just don't get along with people in general.
Yeah, okay. One thing that I did remember what we were going to talk about is the choice. The choice. I think the choice, what I mean is that do I want to go to college?
Oh,
or do my parents are my parents just making me go to college?
I honestly do not. Okay, Mom, I'm sorry if you're saying this.
I don't want to go to college.
I don't want to go to college.
I do not want to go to college because like I don't know. I don't want to go to college.
I mainly just want to do it so I can literally have a career to look forward to.
Because I feel like going to college, it's been so forced and it's like burned into my brain.
There are other options. I mean, it's even so there are different options. You don't have to go, like, you can join the military of whatever country you're in. You can join the military. You can spend the next 4 years of that
doing something else.
Doing something else, like turn a hobby into
a business. Literally. Because sorry about that. Someone cut my mic, this thing at the top if you're watching. So yeah. Anyways, I don't want to go to college because I feel like college has not become my choice anymore. I feel like it's been so stressed out. I know people who are listening to this will hate me for this. Mom, I know you are watching or listening. Who else is going to listen to this? I don't know. But if I don't want to go to college, honestly, because I feel like college has become more of
A forced situation
to me
and pressure.
than I want to. Like it feels like it's not an option anymore. It feels like it's a choice that was made for me and not by me, because I can't sit here and be like, hey, yo, I'm going to college. I'm not going. I don't want to go to college.
One of the reasons I do not want to go to college, okay, this may be a bit controversial. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But college, dude, it's a wild place.
It's a wild place, honestly. It's a wild card. It's mad. College is just insane, honestly.
College is basically also, it's not only for your studies and for your career, it's where you get to experiment with your sexuality.
It's a lot of things happen in college, mate. Like, I feel like we've seen an incredible amount of stuff happen in college. And in college, a lot of weird things happen. So it's like, that's one of the reasons I don't want to go. I feel like no course, I've not really been interested in any courses.
Me neither.
I don't feel interested in any of them, because what do I want to do with my life? What I'm doing right now, that's literally what I want to do for my life. I want to make content. I want to make videos. I want to blow up and to become famous. I want to do things for myself. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I don't want to do a course. I don't want to work for someone else. I've
Then
always
eventually get stuck in a low paying minimum job.
I've always wanted to have I've always had an entrepreneurial mindset. I've never ever thought of working for someone else. I've always been like, when I grow up, I'm going to be the boss of my own company. I'm going to make money for myself. I'm going to start my own business. I've never ever thought of having a 9 to 5 job and working for someone else. It has never made sense to me. And unfortunately, a lot of people have to do that. And like, I have 3 years till I'm 18. And okay, 2 years now. Okay,
Wait,
2.5 years.
It's 2.5 years, yeah.
2.5 years till I'm 18.
And for those of you wondering, yes, I'm older than him.
A lot of people say he's younger than me. But he's older than me by like 3 months. 3 months?
2 months.
2 months. Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely do not want to go to college. I just want to live my life apart from that. And yeah, a lot of things happen, bro, honestly. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have said that just give it like 2 more years and see if you change your mind. I honestly don't feel like I'll change my mind about
The
this.
thing is, for me, when it comes to me, when I make a decision, it becomes a long term.
Yes, I will stick to it, honestly.
It becomes a long term situation.
Exactly.
I can change a bit of it, but my decision remains the same.
I can still change my perspective towards it and how I feel, but it's like, it's not something I'm passionate about, you know? And I feel like parents have this huge thing of your kid must go to college. And maybe it's just our parents, but like me, I feel like I'm being forced to go to college and to do my A levels and everything. And
You're gonna do A levels.
I think so.
So you have to stay an extra 2 years in high school.
Probably. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't want to go to college because I feel like it's not a choice. If you gave me the choice of going to college by myself without all this pressure about going to it, I feel like I would have. But now that all this pressure has been added, I feel like I don't want to do it anymore.
Like, there's so many kids out there. For years, they were never pressured to go to college. It was a decision they made on their own.
Yes, literally.
And their parents, they were happy about it. It was okay. But there's some, dude, if you keep pressuring your kid to go to college, for adults watching this, you keep pressuring your kid to go to college, you will give them a bad perspective of you.
Literally. And it's something that changing your perspective towards it is so... It's not like a click, you know, it takes time. You cannot tell me after adding all this pressure to go to college. And I'm like, I don't want to say, because some of the colleges that I might want to go to are like mad. Because I don't want to go to a local college. That's mad. I don't want to go to a local university. I want to go to the UK, to Australia, to the US.
You want to go to Australia?
I might want to go to Australia. I don't even know. I'm tired. I want to go to Australia.
I want to go to California, honestly.
No, okay, not as a college. I just want to go to Australia and like stay there for a bit. Because I feel like Australia is so peng, honestly. Australia is really nice. Kind of, I don't know.
That's where Chris Hemsworth is from, you know that?
Exactly. So I want to live my life. I don't want my life to be governed by other people. I know that parents do have the right because they're your parents, but
and
still.
They want the best for you, but you cannot keep making every single choice in my life
by yourself. Because it's my life. I'm not living my life for you. I'm living it for me. Because I can't do something I'm not happy with. I cannot live my life if I'm not happy, because why would you want to live your life for someone else if that decision is not making you happy? It does not make sense to me. So yeah. I feel like that's all we have to talk about. I didn't want to make a long episode today. 40 minutes, that's okay. I will proudly say that's okay. I'm probably gonna edit this video. It's not gonna take long, possibly. Then I'll hang out with you for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, me too.
Obviously. Thanks so much for listening or watching. Obviously, you can send us voice messages on Anchor. I had a voice message. I will play it in the next one. I'm sorry. I'll play it in the next.
Message.
You had a voice message. Just
Wow,
one.
you didn't tell me this.
I don't know if we have any whatever's on. I've not been checking my iTunes or my Apple Podcast, but still, thank you so much for listening and or watching. If you are watching, please subscribe. If you are listening, please share the episode with anyone else. Like literally, it would mean so much. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next time.
Peace out.
Soon. Bye.